Howdy, I'm Cooper with Waterloo District and Capital Area Council, and welcome back to my kitchen for another Cub Scouting from Home adventure. Today we'll be going through another adventure for our Webelos, so our scouts in 4th and 5th grade, but first we need to do our opening ceremony. Just like all other scout meetings, we'll go through the Pledge of Allegiance, the Scout Oath, and the Scout Law. Signs up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the oath and the law. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. 2. That's right. Today we're going through the adventure, Build Your Own Hero. There are 6 requirements for this adventure, and just like always, we'll be going down the line to tell you what you need to do to finish each requirement. Requirement 1 says to talk about what it means to be a hero. What does that word mean? Is a hero someone who keeps other people safe? Do they always do the right thing? Do they put the needs of other people and their community before their own? Do they help protect people? Anything they can think of, if Superman does it, it's probably something that a hero would do. Now, requirement 2 says to describe how citizens can be heroes in their own communities. Not everyone has superpowers, but that doesn't mean there still aren't heroes. How can you do these kinds of things in your own community? Well, how can you help keep people safe? That's anything from something's going wrong, to let other people know, tell an adult. If there's an emergency, call 911, and people like, the police and the fire department are going to be able to come in and help and do their jobs. Doing the right thing. If you're living up to the Scout Oath and the Scout Law, you're going to be pretty set on that. To help other people at all times, a scout is helpful, courteous, kind, all of these things, really easy to do. Now, also, how do you help put others' needs ahead of your own? That's also a lot easier than it sounds. It's something simple like doing your chores without being asked to, or, helping out a neighbor, helping them take their trash out, bringing them their mail, anything like that. If one of your parents is really busy, they're working or they're getting dinner ready, it could be something like taking the trash out or setting the table. Anything that, they don't have to ask you to do it, you just go ahead and do it. Now, requirement 3 says to recognize a hero in your community and present them with a My Hero award. So, it can be anyone that you know. It can be anyone who's doing any of these things that we've talked about heroes doing. Is it someone who, is still doing their job right now, even when everything's kind of crazy? So this is things like the people who come and drive the garbage trucks. They're still out here making sure that everyone's streets and homes are clean, there's not trash sitting out. It can be the people who are still delivering mail, making sure that no matter what, your mail is going to get to you. It can be your teachers who are still out there, having classes and making sure that you still get an education during all of this. It can be delivery drivers, so people bringing Amazon packages while stores are closed down. People who are out delivering food when restaurants aren't open all the way. It can be, the doctors and the nurses and any other medical staff who are, out making sure people are staying as healthy as they can. It can even be a neighbor who's just going around and making sure everyone in the neighborhood's doing okay. Anyone that, you look up to and who is really committed to doing all of these things out of the goodness of their hearts is definitely a hero by anyone's definition. Requirement 4 says to learn about a hero from another part of the world and say what they've done to be considered a hero. Think about what we've talked about a hero being and what heroes do. Do they make sure that other people in their country are being treated equally and fairly, like Nelson Mandela in South Africa, the Dalai Lama in Tibet, or Aung San Suu Kyi in Myanmar? Do they help keep people safe and help them recover after natural disasters, like all of the rescue workers in Haiti after their earthquake, in Indonesia after their tsunami in 2005, or in Mexico after their series of earthquakes just a few years ago? It's really easy, just go on the internet and search for heroes from all over the world and think about all of these different things, about what heroes do and how they act and what sort of things they do to help other people around them, and you'll be able to find some to learn about in a snap. Now, requirement 5 says to learn about a real-life scouting hero. This is going to be just as easy. There are all kinds of people, from actors to business leaders to a whole lot of presidents who've been involved in the Boy Scouts all over the years, and it's as easy as searching famous people involved in scouting, and you can go through and see what kind of heroic things that they have done, both in their scouting careers and afterwards, and think about how the things that they've learned in scouting, and that you've learned in scouting, can be applied to what led them to do those heroic things later on. Now, the final requirement is one that I think is pretty fun. You get to make your own superhero. So, on a sheet of paper, just draw out your hero. What do they look like? What do they do? Are they, helping fight crime? Are they, helping people during natural disasters like tornadoes and hurricanes and earthquakes, floods? What's their job gonna be? What superpowers do they have? And how do they use those powers to help do their job? Are they going to be super strong like Wonder Woman? Are they going to be able to shapeshift like Beast Boy? Are they going to be able to, fly like Superman? Or control the weather like Storm? Anything you can think of, just have fun with it. You get to make your own superhero. That's pretty awesome. Once you do that, congrats! You have finished Build Your Own Hero. Now, that's all that we have for this week, but you can learn more about what we're doing in scouting right now by following us on Facebook at Waterloo Scout District, as well as on our council website, which I'll have linked above. Alright, thank you for tuning in, and we'll meet again next week for another Cub Scouting from Home adventure.